Hey guys, it's GameFace here, and welcome back to episode 8 of my Barcelona career. Now today's episode, 3 really exciting games to play in 3 different competitions. The first game against Olympiacos, that's in the Champions League group stages, currently in 3rd place, so we have to win this match to be able to find ourselves a way back into the top 2 places, which we dropped out of, I think, in the last episode. Also, we've got a game in the league to play, that's against Valencia in a few days' time, followed by another game in a few days' time after that against Grenada in the Cup. It's an away game to play in that match, so it should be an interesting one for us. Looking forward to all 3 matches, should be very interesting set of matches that we have. Apologies that there's not been a Barcelona Road episode in a few days. I mentioned in the last yesterday's video, which was the Leeds episode, the reasons why I've been a little bit ill recently. I'm still not 100%, still deaf in one ear, so I can't even hear myself speak properly. And I'm also in the process of dropping out of uni as well, which I'll make a separate video on within the next week, hopefully once I'm finally back at home. So I've been trying to get all that sorted out, and still, like, the setup here is very, very different to what I'd have at home, so it has been more difficult to make videos as well. So hopefully going to try and get some more videos out now, and eventually when I get back home I'll bring back face cam and that sort of thing to try and make things a little bit more professional and better to watch. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode, and this is the team that I'm going to go with because we have to win it. We're going with a very strong team. Our full strength team with Ter Stegen in goal, 7 at right back, PK, Umtiti, Alba in our defence, then Busquets and Iniesta, Rakitic in midfield. Iniesta's gone down one overall now as well, which is a little bit frustrating. Messi, Suarez and Dembele is our front 3. So a very strong team. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully beat Olympiacos. Well, we've got to really, to be honest, to get ourselves in the top 2 places. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Olympiacos in the Champions League group stages. Let's see how we get on. Like I said before, got to get ourselves a win. Got to make sure we get ourselves into the top 2 places so that we are able to qualify. Of course, not qualifying will be a huge failure for us. And we do want to go and try and win this competition if we can. Early chance for Dembele, and we're 1-0 up. As easy as that. Fantastic bit of play. What a start to the game. Exactly what we had to do 2 minutes in, and we got ourselves 1-0 up with the first shot of the game. Brilliant little 1-2 there between Dembele and whoever it was, I think, brought the ball forward. Fantastic bit of play, gets around the defender, allows him to get through, of course, on his favoured left-hand side. It was close to being between him and Dembele, but he started based on the fact that he's left-footed and obviously able to shoot from that sort of angle, and it's worked straight away inside the first 2 minutes, winning the game 1-0. Suarez inside to Iniesta. He's going now on his right foot to shoot. Oh, hits the post. It's a good strike from him, but just unable to get it inside the post and in the back of the net. Still remains 1-0, 16 minutes in. So far, looks in control. Looks like we're playing pretty good. Obviously, want to try and get a second goal just to make sure we are well in front, and it gives us a little bit of breathing space. Messi now playing it over to Suarez, who's found himself on the right-hand side. Suarez going to shoot. Tried to hold it up so I could get a shot away, but the defender managed to come back and recover really, really well. Maybe should have taken a bit of a heavier touch, maybe should have ran a little bit more, but I was just trying to settle him down so I could get a good shot away. Didn't quite work, still remains 1-0. Disappointed with that though, should do better. Rakitic over to Messi, coming inside his left foot. It's got to be a goal. Oh, what a save. It's always a goal, usually when Messi comes inside on that favoured left foot, but this time it's not, and it's punched away actually pretty well by the goalkeeper, to be fair to him. Alba, that's Dembele, he's being pressed well there. Dembele now coming inside to Rakitic, who's going to look for a finesse from range. Oh, thought it's the second goal. Such a good strike. We've had a few of those great opportunities. We are shooting from a little bit further out than maybe you'd expect, but I think that's just to try and get around the fact that Olympiacos are putting a lot of players in good positions defensively and preventing us from getting through and past them so easily. So we are having to shoot from a little bit further out. We are going to try and obviously get a little bit closer to goal as well, but for now we've had a few decent half chances, which, to be honest, could have been goals. That's it for the first half. Still win the game 1-0. Obviously great to be in front. We should be in front by more though. It has been a little bit of an issue at times for us. Has happened on the odd occasion. We've not managed to get the second, third and fourth goal, and it could well be an issue in this game as well. Should really be at least 2 or 3-0 up at this point, so disappointed in that regard, but of course being in front is great. But like I say, got to try and take some more of our chances. We're creating some good opportunities. Had a few sort of half chances as well from range. Got to make sure that we find the back of the net in this half. Suarez. Now looking to Dembele, it's got to be 2. Got to be. Yes, it is. Dembele gets the second goal. 10 minutes into the second half, Dembele doubles our lead, doubles his tally also for the game as well. Finds himself on the right-hand side. Just crops up there and manages to get inside his full-back, holds it up well and gets the finish right again on his left foot. It just seems to be at the right place, right time at the moment. He's not actually done that much for us. Obviously, I know he's got the 2 goals, but he's just taken his 2 chances. He's not actually been involved in play too much, but can't complain. He's getting himself in the right positions at the right time, so really happy with that. It's 2-0, 2 goals for Dembele. Now obviously on for a hat-trick. A little bit of time for him to try and do that. I think we're going to look to the bench very shortly though. Obviously game against Valencia now in the league to think about, so obviously we've got to try and keep the pressure up on Real Madrid in that regard. Messi now over to Suarez, going to take a touch and shoot and blocks out for a corner. Let's make some changes now, I think. Try and freshen up the team, rest a couple of players as well. Okay, all three changes. Coutinho's returning from injury at the moment, so he's starting on the bench for this game. I probably should have mentioned that. He's still not fully recovered, but he's going to get some game time here before the game against Valencia. He'll come on alongside Paulinho. Delafeu will go on the right-hand side. Iniesta, Messi and Rakitic all coming off. Those guys get a rest, obviously, to try and therefore recover for the game against Valencia in about 4 days' time. Got ourselves a corner here. Let's play it. I was going to play it short, but we're not allowed to do that. Coutinho puts it in, and actually a good header there from, I think, Paulinho in the box. And we'll go out for another corner. Coutinho to try and do exactly the same. Again, hopefully better connection though. Paulinho's in there, but this time headed away. Coutinho. Now, great chance for him to shoot with his right foot. Oh, it would have been nice to get himself a goal on his return from injury. I'd almost forgotten that we'd signed him. He'd been out for that long, or it felt like it anyway. It's out for a corner, and we are going to, I think, play this one straight into the box with Dembele. Can he get himself an assist here, maybe from the corner? Definitely not. Again, the corner not great. Delafeu trying to create something still. Going to shoot from range. Oh, thought it was the third goal. Still could be coming. I think the third goal with 10 minutes to go. Oh, no. How have they managed that? They've literally had... I can't even remember any chances they've had, to be honest. We'll have a look at the stats afterwards, but I genuinely can't remember any opportunities, especially not in this half anyway. I can't remember any in the match at all, but they've had a shot and they've scored. It's all come from the fact we can't seem to clear a little ball into the box, and it's poor defending. It's poor to have conceded like that, and it's 2-1. It's made the game look really, really close. It's been anything but close as this game. It's been all one-way traffic, and we've unable to come away with it with 3 or 4 goals like we should have. Frustrating in that department. Goal department, again, has been lacking. We're a little bit inconsistent with that. You can see 4 shots, 2 on target. Bearing in mind that was 3 shots, 1 on target before they got the goal in the 90th minute. So, really just ridiculous to have conceded there so late on. Poor defending, and still a lot for us to work on. I think offensively we're great at creating. Still need to work on the finishing. Maybe that's still me trying to sort of adapt to the style of the game, a little bit of the gameplay this year. And defensively, I think also we've got a lot of work to try and do as well, because at times we get counter-attacks, and even then wasn't really a counter-attack, it was just a ball in that we didn't deal with. So there's still a lot to work on with this team, certainly not the finished article. That's kind of backed up by the fact that we're not first in the league, and we're not first, I don't think, in our group either. We'll take a look at the group actually before we get any further into the league stuff, and we'll wait and see how we are getting on. Yeah, so it seems like Juventus beat Sporting, I think, in that game, so that means that they are now top, and we are second, and I think we play, pretty sure it's Sporting next, so Juventus will have Olympiacos, they'll probably win it, and it seems like we're going to be heading for a second place finish, which is obviously frustrating, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully we get a little bit of luck, but to be honest, it's looking unlikely the way that Juventus have played in this group. Okay, on to the next game now against Valencia in the league. This is the team I'm going to go with. A few changes. Coutinho comes into the side, Delafeu comes in as well, and a couple of changes to the bench. I've got Dembele on there, Iniesta, Suarez being swapped out for Gomez. I just crack on with this game, see how we get on against Valencia. Of course, again, we have to try and win. I think if we win this game, we do get a couple of points behind Real Madrid, so starting to catch them up a little bit now. They've dropped 1 or 2 points recently, and it'll certainly help us out if we can get ourselves 3 points here. We'll take another look at the league table. You can see a win, like I say, will put us 3 points behind them, so a good position to be in, and let's wait and see how we get on. Okay, so this game now against Valencia, let's find out how we get on. I mean, they do have a lot of good players, Valencia, got a decent team. Not often putting that many good performances, though, in recent times, I've noticed in the league anyway, in real life. Could be wrong on that, I don't know how they're getting on this season, but certainly got a good team of players on paper. I'll have to wait and see how they get on in this match. Hopefully it's going to be a victory for us. I'd like to get some more goals. I really want to try and push on from 1 or 2 goals, to be honest, because it always puts you in a bit of a strange position in the game. If you can try and get yourself 3 or 4, then you are in a much, much better position to go on and try and win the game properly. So we'll wait and see what happens. Like I say, hopefully get ourselves 3 points. Ball through, oh, back heel, that's a strange decision, but it still resulted in a goal, of course it has as well. It's typical that, isn't it? He should have shot, and then he back heels it, and it goes in anyway. I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. Valencia putting themselves 1-0 up, first shot on goal, and they score it. 13 or 14 minutes in, don't know who's got the goal, I feel like I recognise him by face, but you can see there, he should just shoot, back heels it, happens to fall to their guy, who also happens to score past Ter Stegen. Yeah, a little bit too coincidental for my liking. 1-0. Frustrating to concede so early on. It's obviously not helped us out at all in this game. And let's see what we now have in this team. Should have more fight in this side. Got to do better than what we're doing at the moment. Defensively, not looking good enough. Can't seem to clear our lines well. Chance here, and it's 2-0. It's getting ridiculous now, to be honest. Second shot, second goal, 22 minutes in, and Valencia have doubled their lead. Can't believe it. Again, it's just so frustrating. Our defending, it's so bad. There's a lot of different issues at the moment with our defending. partly down to the connection between the midfield, defensive side of their game, and also the defence themselves. It's just not working at all. Busquets, I literally want to sit in front of that in front of the defence, and he doesn't do that in midfield. And I can't expect my flair players like Coutinho to defend and Rakitic to defend. Those guys aren't set up to do that. So we might have to look at either formation change or personnel change, because to be honest, that's the main issue at the moment. Not only Umtiti, I think, could be a potential one to drop due to his lack of physicality. I am just a little bit worried about the overall setup defensively of this team. Doesn't seem like we're really set up to defend and to be able to cope with the sort of pressure we're being put under by teams like Valencia here. So losing the game 2-0, obviously hugely set back at this moment in time. A little bit bad luck at the same time as well. You see the players there throwing forward, and the lack of players we have back should be 3-0. Great chance, should be 3-0. And at the moment, the game's going to be over by half-time. Suarez onto Messi. Messi now going to try and get us back in to some sort of decent position. Suarez looking for a cutback. Coutinho's there, trying to get a shot away, and as per usual, it's not quite good enough. Suarez over the top to Messi. Great little chip. Messi down trying to shoot, and why is the defending there so good? If only we had that sort of commitment and that sort of ability to get numbers back like Valencia do, as well as get numbers forward, it'd be great. But at the moment, we're not quite managing to do it properly. We're going to have a look at the team at half-time because we're not set up properly to play against a team like Valencia, who are really trying to play quite expansive football, playing well, to be fair to them. Can't really complain about the goals that they've scored in terms of the quality of them. They've been better than us. They've outdone us. They've wanted it more. So, yeah, frustrating. 5 or 6 minutes left. I'm going to see out the rest of the first half. Then we'll make some changes. Could be personnel changes as well as maybe tactical ones. Suarez now looking to Coutinho, a chance for him to get through and shoot, and off the bar and in. That's a goal back before half-time. That I was not expecting, to be honest. Thought it was going to be 2-0 going into half-time. We've managed to pull one back. That's much better. Look at this run from Coutinho. This is the sort of thing that he wants to do. He doesn't want to defend. He wants to run forward. He wants to get beyond their defence. And it's a fantastic finish. No stopping that. Keeper literally cannot get to that at all. Off the bar, into the back of the net. Take that 2-1, and hopefully now get ourselves on level terms in the next few minutes if possible, although it gives us a better sort of platform to build on in the next half. Suarez running forward, still looking for a second goal. There's a couple of minutes to go, we might be able to get it. Delafeu looking to bring it inside. Delafeu's still going, waiting for a block to come in, but it didn't happen actually. The keeper had to save it. No defender could get in front of it. Messi to play it short. Coutinho looking for a good ball in. This time it's better than the last one, and Umtiti was there, but unable to connect. Half-time, losing the game 2-1. Of course, don't want to be in this sort of position, but actually compared to sort of where we were about 20 minutes ago, we're actually not in a bad position at all. 2-1 down is obviously never great, but we've pulled them back and we're starting to look a little bit better going forward now. I mean, I think attacks will be a better form of defence, I think, here, really. We are going to make a few little tweaks at half-time, and we'll wait and see what I come up with. Okay, so this is what we're going to do at half-time. One change. Dembele going to come on. Delafeu is going to come off. That's hopefully going to allow us to get the ball out to the left-hand side a little bit more, take a few more shots with Dembele, and see whether that benefits us a little bit. We're also going to change formation. Rakitic alongside Busquets that we'll go with. That could be changed fairly quickly, to be honest. Paulinho might be an option there. Iniesta could be another one for us, and we'll wait and see how that goes. The first 15 minutes, I think, of the second half, see whether it improves us a little bit more and gets us defending a little bit better, as well as trying to get the players in the right positions going forward. Coutinho into Suarez. Suarez now waiting for Coutinho. He's made another great run. Coutinho to shoot. Oh, could have maybe gone across to Dembele. Hoping Dembele would make a little bit of a better run than that. A little bit of a quicker run as well. Didn't quite open up, and the shot from Coutinho wasn't as good as I'd hoped for. And a bit more power on it. Might have found its way past the keeper. Next change, Rakitic off, Paulinho on. Happy with Paulinho, I like him a lot. He's going to come on now, give us a bit more fresh legs in midfield, and hopefully try and get ourselves an equalising goal. Because at the moment, 30 minutes to go, it's not looking too likely. Okay, final change. Aceito's going to come on. We'll take off Busquets, and that means we're obviously going to change formation. 4-2-4. Messi's going to go up front with Suarez, see how that works out. Aceito on the right-hand side. 20 minutes to go. It's risky, but we're going to have to do it because at the moment we're not looking enough for the threat, not putting enough players up against the Valencia defenders, and that's obviously meaning that we're not creating enough chances and not putting enough attackers forward. So hopefully we can get the build-up play right with the midfielders. Of course, when you make these sort of changes, it does kind of mess up your midfield a lot of the time, and that's something that we have to be careful of. But with 15 minutes to go, it's going to have to be a risk that we take, and just hoping it doesn't mess up our build-up play a little bit. Messi with a free kick here. It'd be great if we could score it this time. Let's wait and see what we've got. Over the bar. Messi into Suarez. Oh, what was that for dribbling? Now into Suarez again. Make up for it. Oh, it's a good strike. Saved by the goalkeeper. 7 minutes left. Looks like we're not going to get too many more chances at the moment. Suarez actually with an opportunity here, but just beaten to it and just a bit stronger. Everyone seems a little bit stronger on the opposition. In any game, we seem to be a little bit weaker in our side. I don't know what it is. We just don't seem to have any stronger players, particularly in attack and also defence, to be fair, as well. Across the pitch, we're not great. Still a chance to get the ball forward. Should be enough time. Still for one more opportunity. Paulinho into Messi. Messi's trying to hold it up for Paulinho. Gets forward, but again cleared. That might well be it now. PK trying to play it back in, but it's a stupid pass. Is that from PK? That's it. Lost the game 2-1. Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough at all. And it's kind of highlighted the fact that, it's the reason why we're not winning the league. It's the reason why we're not winning the group stage in the Champions League. Too inconsistent, too many errors across the pitch, and not enough of the right sort of players in our team. So, need to have a look at that in January. Got to spend, I think, some more money, probably make the team a little bit more unrealistic, sadly, which is not something I like to do. But if we're going to play this sort of style of play, which to be honest, I haven't fully figured out yet, because I'm still trying to get used to the game a little bit, then we're going to have to bring in some different sort of players, some more of the right players. At times we looked good. Coutinho obviously scored a great goal, but you've got to do it for longer than what we did in the match, and quite rightly we've lost the match. I mean, I say quite rightly, we probably should have got at least a draw, to be honest, but if we can't take the chances, then you don't deserve to win. 12 shots, only 5 on target, disappointed about that. Possession just a little bit more, but yeah, like I say, not good enough. Okay, to the final game of today's episode. It's a good game against Grenada. This is the team we're going to go with. Ter Stegen on starting goal. In fact, no we won't. We're going to change it back. We're going to put our sub-keeper in. Roberto played right back, Wallace, PK and Digne in defence. In front of that we've got Suarez, Iniesta, Paulinho, Deulofeu, Suarez and Dembele, the front three. So, obviously a few different players, changed team, still a strong team I think though, so hopefully going to get a good performance. Also try out a few different players as well. You can see the bench there, Messi gets on the bench, he was so close to starting but just about kept him out in the end. So let's crack on with the game, let's see how we get on. Got to get ourselves a victory, got to bounce back from the poor results in the last game and also the poor scoreline in the first game as well. We've not actually had a good scoreline yet so far. Hopefully this is the game. So change team, it's risky, we'll see how we get on. Okay, let's crack on with this game against Grenada. Let's see if we can finish off today's episode in style by getting ourselves a convincing win. Hopefully we can, we should do, based on the names we have on the pitch and their names on the pitch, but ultimately it depends more on that, more than just names. Got to put in a good performance, let's see how we do. Chance here early on for Grenada, thought it slips it around the goalkeeper and in, just right wide of the post, luckily for us. Really good opportunity, don't know how they've managed to find themselves in through on goal like that, shouldn't be happening, especially inside the first 10 minutes. Deulofeu cuts inside, now going to play it over to Paulinho though. He cuts back inside himself, into Suarez, it has to be a goal. Thank God for that, it is a goal. And we are winning this game 1-0, 3-1 in aggregate. Forgot that it was a two-legged match to be honest. We obviously won the first one 2-1. And we got ourselves an away goal. That's matched Grenada's away goal from the last leg as well, by the way. 3-1 in front on aggregate. Puts us in a great position, hopefully can add to the scoreline. Just look at this, a few fake shots mixed in there, which obviously helped out massively. Suarez peels away from his defender, or his defender peels away from him, and allows Suarez to slot at home 1-0. Suarez waiting for Iniesta, great run. Can he get the finish right this time? Yes he can, what a finish that is. Iniesta scores, despite going down 1 overall in between episodes. He's got himself a goal in this game, 2-0, 4-1 on aggregate. I think the floodgates could well and truly open in this match. 25 minutes in, already 2-0 up, and we're looking really, really strong. Pulling them apart, better sort of runs this time coming from midfield. That's the sort of run people should make more frequently. Coutinho made it in the last match, Iniesta makes it this time, and it's now 2-0, 4-1 on aggregate, well in front. Should go on to win this game now, 2 away goals as well. Suarez getting forward. Then it's Suarez to look for Iniesta with them to make the run. He's coming inside. Back to Suarez on his left foot to shoot and hits the back of the net. It's 3-0 now, 30 minutes in. The floodgates are opening. I could just see it happening after that second goal in particular. The build-up play is so good. They can't handle us. Too technically gifted, the players going forward. And that means that defensively we're not really under any problems at all because we keep hold of possession so well. Look at this. Iniesta eventually doing a 1-2 there with Suarez. A little bit of a touch onto his favoured left foot. Shoots and scores. No stopping that right into the corner. And winning the game 3-0. Suarez over to Iniesta. Iniesta now back into Suarez. Suarez still going, twisting and turning, trying to get a shot away. Could he add another? He has done. It's 4-0. 37 minutes in, 6-1 now in aggregate. It's unbelievable how you can go to sort of match against Valencia and lose 2-1, albeit against a different team, with a different team, but then turn up the next match and just a few days later with a changed team, a weaker side, and suddenly score, 4 goals now? I've actually lost count, is it 3 or 4 inside 37 minutes. So incredible how you can do that, 4 goals, 37 minutes in. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is sometimes. We sometimes just are very inconsistent. Sometimes we turn up, other times we don't. This is certainly a game where we have turned up and played very well so far. Chance, 4-1. This is our issue that we have. Can't seem to defend, especially when you have more players back. It's a bit of a worry. Against better teams, we'll be punished more heavily during the season. So, got to sort that out. Obviously, this is a weaker defence, and we've got Digne, Roberto playing, Wallace, who isn't one of our stronger players, but Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, I think. It's a bit of a theme that's sort of continuing over from a lot of different games where the opposition have a couple of chances and they are just good enough to score them, which is unusual. It's down to our inability to defend as well a lot of the time. So, got to try and sort it. It's a tough one to sort, and it's happened just before half-time where we've actually lost our clean sheet there unnecessarily again. And, yeah, bit of a worry there. I think 6-2 on aggregate now, and we're going into the second half. Hopefully that's the scoreline for us, but if we continue like that, we might actually concede more goals, which would be disappointing. Grenada really sort of not showing that much quality. Obviously, the finish was good, but I think it's more down to our poor defending. We've got to try and sort that out. If you have any suggestions how you'd like me to do that or how you do it, let me know in the comments section below because, yeah, I think there's obviously a bit of a theme starting to build, I think, over the season so far, which is that we are struggling to defend and at times not quite having our finishing boots on. We have in this game, luckily. Hopefully that continues into the second half. Not good enough again. Ramos running forward. Roberto left to try and defend it, does a poor job at it again. This is what I'm on about. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough at all. Should be so much better than this. Could have been some sort of card there for Roberto. He's got away with that one very, very luckily. And it's a penalty for Grenada. Yeah, poor defending. Wallace, I think it was, allows him to just beat him too easily. And Roberto allows him to just skip past him and win a penalty. So 4-2, 6-3 in aggregate, obviously a high-scoring game, 6 goals in 52 minutes, but I think certainly highlights our defensive problems here. Might have to look to the bench to bring on some defensive firepower because conceding 2 goals for Grenada in this sort of game, not good enough. Iniesta to try and deliver, trying to pick somebody out if he can. Don't have that many big players, but Wallace is one of them, and luckily it's found him. It's 5-2 now in this game. Wallace scores 7-3 on aggregate now. It's 30 minutes left of this game still. I think there'll still be a few more goals. Could we see it get into sort of double digits for this game? We'll have to wait and see. Double digits in total, by the way. That is obviously 3 goals off that still, but 30 minutes to go. So great connection there by Wallace with the header. I think he's certainly going to be competing with Umtiti for starting place. Been impressed with him when he's played. Okay, defensively he's not looked great, but at least he does something in the box, which Umtiti doesn't do. Okay, the 3 changes, about 25-30 minutes left. Rafinha, Mascherano and Alcesa all coming on. That means we'll be taking off Suarez, Iniesta and Dembele, resting those guys. Suarez done okay, done alright at times. I think gives away the ball a little bit too much, especially when you're playing to hold midfielder position. You've got to be able to bring it out of defence and then start play going, and he hasn't quite managed to do that as well as I'd hoped. Iniesta coming off quite tired, Dembele coming off for the same reason. Let's see how we get on, 25 minutes to go. Hopefully going to try and add to the scoreline still with those changes. Again, finding their way through. Chance. They've scored. They've scored again. They've done it. They've scored. 5-3. Don't know how, but they've scored. We have conceded 3 goals against Grenada in this game. Just think about that for a second. Unbelievable. Okay, so I don't even know what the score is now in aggregate. I've lost count. Literally lost count. 7-4 in aggregate, which is ridiculous, but conceded too many goals. Big issue for us there. Defensively, not enough going on there. Make some changes in January. Got to try and bring in some big names, I think, there to try and strengthen it and play the sort of style I want to play. And maybe even look to the formation to change that. It's not ideal. I like keeping things realistic for as long as possible, but if you can't get the performances that you're after, you have to change something quite major. It might be the personnel, it might be the tactics, could be both, to be honest. Another chance for them. Again, opening us up. Ramos through. Going to probably play it across and... what the hell is that? I mean, it's everything you don't want to happen with your defence. Booted at your goalkeeper. Luckily, it stays out and remains 5-3. That's how it finishes. 7-4 in aggregate. Painful at times defensively to watch was that. I'm glad to see the game over, even though we've scored 5 goals. Not happy with that in general. A lot to work on still, as I've said throughout the whole of the episode. At least we got some goals in that game. At least there was a bit of excitement with the amount of goals, but disappointed to have conceded 3 to a team like Grenada. And that concludes today's episode pretty much. Obviously, through into the next round of the Cup, which is good. Disappointing result in the league, though. And also a little bit of a disappointing scoreline, I suppose you could say, in the Champions League game we had against Olympiacos. Still very much a work in progress after that disappointing result in the league. That means that if we were to win the next game, we'd be 6 points behind Real Madrid, which is obviously double the amount of points that we are behind them now. Good to know that. There's still plenty of the season to go. Got to play Real Madrid twice still. Don't know when that is, though, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like that. So those sort of matches will be very important, and even more important now, given the way that we have begun the season. Despite that, the board are really happy. 90 rating. Not seen that before, I don't think, or at least not in a long time anyway. So happy on that side of things. We'll sort out all the emails next episode, as now I've got into December, and we'll see what sort of emails we have to take a look at. But that's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, that'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button as well down below, and that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys shortly for another episode, and goodbye.